I spent 20 years in a marriage that turned me into a shadow. I thought I was finished. Fast forward to today. I have finished years worth of studying in 8 weeks. TRT didn't do this for me for free. It just lowered the friction enough for me to finally start the work. TRT doesn't make effort feel easy. It makes effort feel good. But only if you are willing to raise your standards. Here is what I learned. Hard things don't get easier if you leave them for months. They grow. They become monsters of anxiety that crush you. I used to think I had to get things perfect on the first try, so I never started. I sat in this dark hole for years because I was staring at the monster. TRT lowered that barrier. I learned to just start. The first version may be rough, and that's okay. The second is better, the third is almost perfect. The monster gets smaller, the hole gets shallower the moment you move. I went from months of fear to finishing my professional goals in fraction of the time. Because I stopped negotiating with anxiety and I just started the momentum. I lie on my osteopath's table with tears in my eyes because the treatment is so painful. It's torture. But for 10 years before this, my standard was biological hopelessness. I was stuck in a cycle. What's the point? Paying for treatments that didn't work and living in a body that felt broken. And it was Dasha who looked at me and said, "This isn't working, you are wasting your time and money." She was the one who found this torture guy. She saw higher standards for my life before I could even see it myself. This is the power of alignment. When you stop negotiating with a life that makes you shadow. You found people who won't let you settle for average anymore. I lean into that pain now because I believe in the result. TRT gave me that drive to start. Dasha gave me the push to find the right path. And my standards is what kept me there. Finally, there is a standard of connection. For 20 years, I lived as a shadow in a marriage that didn't serve me. I spent 2 decades thinking that marriage is just a series of compromises. You start to think good enough is a great deal. You settle for polite housemates because you don't have the energy to demand alignment. I thought that was the best man my age could hope for. I was wrong. It wasn't until my biology has changed I realized I didn't want compromise. I wanted a partner whose loyalty and values deeply aligned with mine. I found Dasha, and that only happened because I stopped negotiating with life that made me small. TRT is a gateway, but the standards you set are the architect. If you are a man over 40 who is tired of living in the shadow, this isn't about a magic pill. It's about rebuilding the man from inside out. If you want to see the real breakdown what TRT did and didn't do for me, watch the next video. And if you are ready to raise your standards, hit subscribe.